Hello everyone, I welcome you all in this video. In the last video, we have studied about the earth, layers of the earth, crust, types of the crust, continental crust and the oceanic crust, mantle, upper mantle, lower mantle, even the core, inner core and outer core, even other facts of the earth, even the gravitational force, magnetosphere and many other facts already we have studied. Today we are going to study third number topic of geography, humidity and clouds. In this topic we are going to study humidity, how that humidity means generally we experience, even the humidity in the air, how to measure absolute humidity and relative humidity, and the clouds and the types of the clouds we are going to study in this video. See students, at the beginning of this topic pictures are given, and these through the pictures it is suggested that discuss the weather condition shown in these pictures in the class and write the descriptions in the boxes below. Yes, observe that one first number picture. Here it is a very sunny today and the wind has stopped blowing. I foresee a sandstorm. Let's go quickly inside the house. The man is speaking. Even the woman's statement is that yes, even I feel the same. Come, let's go faster. Okay. Second number picture. Buddy, it is very hot today. Yes, Soham. Yes, Soham. I am literally soaked because of the sweat. Second number figure through we can understand. And third number one, children, come fast. Wear your sweaters and then play again. Children's reaction, mummy, please wait. Let us play, please. In three figures through, what did you understand? See, geographical through will come to know that. See students, generally we keep talking about the weather condition, and we can identify the weather conditions through the conversations above, like the first number picture, second number picture and third number picture, and we experience the dampness or the dryness in the air throughout the year, specific region. We experience the dampness and the dryness in the air throughout the year, and the changes occurring in the weather conditions in the desert areas, coastal areas and mountainous areas is evident from the figures 1. First number figure shows the location of desert area. Second number one, that is the coastal areas like the Mumbai and the Kolkata region or the Kolkata city, like I said, mountainous areas. Third number figure where the snowfall is a common one. Through these we come to know that, and these three figures like that tells us different type of the weather condition, so through the reactions also easily you will come to know that. In the first number figure, camel is shown. Camel, yes, the sheep of the desert, and mostly the person feels like as a uncomfortable where the moisture present in the air more. Yes, like this try to understand. Next is students, geographical expression through will come to know that what is suggested from these figures. First number one, Rajasthan lies in a region. Yes, Rajasthan lies in a region with a dry and the hot air, and there is hardly any moisture in the air. People wear loose cotton clothes, like the facts regarding Rajasthan. Second number, Kashmir Valley lies in a region with the cold and the dry air. Moisture is minimal in the air, and the people cover themselves with the warm clothes. Kashmir Valley. Third number location, in Mumbai, the air is hot and humid, and there the proportion of moisture is very high in the air. And in addition, if dark clouds cover the sky, the content of moisture in the air increases. Yes, in the air increases. Three facts are given through the picture also you will come to conclude this. Fourth number fact, see, in the above discussion the words hot, moist and cool, etc. show the condition of the air, and they relate to the content of the moisture in the air, and moisture in the air is invisible. But it is the major component of air which is taken into consideration while discussing the weather of any place. So you have to remember major component of the air which is taken into consideration while discussing the weather of any place, that is moist, hot and the cool, such type of the words. And for precipitation to occur in any place, presence of the moisture in the air is very important. Means moisture is required. Dryness as well as the coldness or the hotness, everywhere moisture matter. First one. See students, afterwards think about it. One question is asked: during winters when you exhale on the glass of your mirror, what happens? If you try to do this in a summer, why doesn't this happen? This question is given and answer is front of you. Yes, this is because the air we exhale during winters is warmer than the air present outside. Hence the atmospheric air warms up and droplets are formed. Okay, because of moisture. And second, on the other hand, during summers the temperature is usually higher than the body temperature, hence nothing happen. It happens when, that is in a winter season, as well as warmer winter in a moisture like that turns into the small droplets. And the summer it can't occur because of the high temperature. Yes, this changes maximum time you have experience. Okay, next see, evaporation. Evaporation is the process of converting water into steam or water vapor. You must know that, already you have studied. Evaporation is the process of converting water into steam or the water vapor. And because of the sun's heat, naturally because of the sun's heat, the water on the earth gets converted into water vapor. And the process of evaporation is dependent on the dryness, temperature and the speed of the wind. These are the natural factors which affect on the evaporation. Yes, that is the dryness, temperature and the speed of the wind, which increases the evaporation or the decreases the evaporation. Fourth number fact, see, if the air is dry and hot, the rate of evaporation increases. Don't forget, if the air is dry and hot, the rate of evaporation increases, especially in a summer season. And the process of evaporation continues even in a dry and cold air. Dry and cold air. On the other hand, evaporation occurs very slowly in moist air, especially during rainy season or the winter season. If the velocity and the temperature of the air is high, then evaporation occurs rapidly in a summer season. And if the wind is blowing slowly and the air is cooler, then evaporation occurs slowly, especially rainy season or the winter season, or the speed of the wind is slower. At that time evaporation occurs slowly. See students, here use your brain. And some questions are asked. First question is that in which season do the clothes dry fast? Use your previous knowledge, like through the geographical explanations, what did you understand, and try to answer of these questions. Answer also is given below it. In which season do the clothes dry fast? Of course, in a summer season. This is because during summers the temperature is high and so is the humidity, which the process of evaporation, the clothes dry a faster one. Second number question, see, in which season do the clothes take time to dry? What could be the reason? Yes, your answer will be in winter season or in the rainy season, like the drying clothes or clothes take time to dry more. Because of the low temperature and high humidity. These geographical facts you have to keep in mind for the further study. Next is students, that is humidity in the air. The proportion of water vapor in the air is called its humidity. This is a definition. Try to understand. Once again, see, the proportion of water vapor in the air is called its humidity, and the dryness or the dampness of the air depends on the proportion of water vapor. Okay. Next, air can hold moisture in a specific quantity at the specific temperature only. Specific quantity at the specific temperature only. As air cools down, its moisture holding capacity reduces. Cool, like the capacity less, hot capacity more. This implies that warmer air can hold more moisture than the cold air. Okay. And at a certain temperature, the moisture holding capacity of the air becomes equal to the proportion of moisture present in it, and this condition of the air is called saturation of the air. For better understanding saturation of the air, one activity is given here. Try to understand through this activity. Yes, take a colander or the tray which is deeper in the center, already which is shown in the figure C. Take a piece of sponge on the flat part of the tray, make holes with the help of nails, and keep the sponge on the center of the tray or the colander. Make sure there is no water in the sponge. In this way you have to do arrangement, and through the arrangement your activity will start. Already we have studied that cool air less holding moisture holding capacity, hot air more moisture holding capacity, and like the equal position also occurs. How that one we'll see according to this activity. Next, see, pour water on the sponge with a big spoon. How it is shown in the figure C. According to the figure, try at your home, and it is also somewhere you have done. Okay, otherwise can do at home. Then the students in the group should note how many spoons of water have been poured. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this you have to start counting, and keep pouring water with the spoon till the sponge becomes wet and water. And note what happens if you keep pouring water even after that also. What happens, see, specific period afterwards, counting afterwards, what you will understand what happened to the water which was poured initially. Yes, at the beginning which water you had poured, that absorbed by the sponge one. When you were pouring water on the sponge, what did you expect that one? Yes, a sponge will absorb that water, and the water will not go down through the holes one. Oh, we expected. And what happened when you poured more water on the sponge one? Sponge started releasing water in the tray. And what conclusion can you draw from this one? Yes, through the geographical explanation we will understand. Already is given on the down. See, let's suppose that the air is like the piece of a sponge. Here you have to imagine and you have to consider some facts which are given in the activity. Okay, here let's suppose that air is like the piece of the sponge. How many spoons of water does the sponge absorb? 8, 9, 10, whatever it is, according to the size or the volume of that sponge. After the sponge is full of water, drops of water start trickling out. Means sponge has a specific capacity. After holding moisture or the water in that sponge, remaining water start trickling down, and one can tell the number of spoons of the water required to make the water trickle down the sponge by observation. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this one. But this implies that the water holding capacity of the sponge is fulfilled, and this make it a saturated one. Means you will say that one after 8 spoon the capacity of the sponge will stop and the trickling of the water will start. Next one, see, through that similarly when the proportion of moisture in the air exceeds its vapor holding capacity and precipitation in the form of rain or the snow occurs on the earth. Like the air also has a specific capacity, excess water that comes in the form of precipitation as well as rain or the snow, and the moisture holding capacity of the air depends on its temperature. Temperature is the major natural factor which affect on the moisture. Higher the temperature, higher is the holding capacity, and lower the temperature, like the lower the holding capacity moisture. And we have learnt earlier that as we go higher in the sky, the air becomes cooler. Okay, and so as per this rule, as we go higher, the vapor holding capacity of the air will decrease, and here one table already is given. Through the table we'll try to understand. But see students, high temperature, like the moisture or the water vapor holding capacity of the air will be higher. Then cool temperature or the low temperature, then water holding capacity of the air will be less. It is everything depend on the temperature, and according to the altitude or according to the height also the water holding capacity decreases. And ground level or the surface level, coastal region, water holding capacity increases. Means the temperature is the most important factor which affect on the moisture as well as formation of humidity, and we'll go in that chart. Through that chart we'll come to know that one. Here like some specific numbers are given in the first number column, temperature of the air. Then second number column, vapor holding capacity gram per cubic meter, and the third number one, it is kept empty for you. Here it is in the written form already is given. Yes, try to understand how this difference in the capacity is removed one. I'll explain. Yes, listen carefully and you will come to know that one. Will come from the down. When there is a temperature of 40 degrees Celsius, then vapor holding capacity is 51.12. okay, 51.12. that you have to minus, like as a 51.12 minus 30.37, then difference you will get 20.75. next 30.37 minus 17.30, then difference you will get 13.07. third number, 17.30 minus 12.83, you will get difference of 4.47. next fourth number, 12.83 minus 9.40, you will get difference, that is 3.43. next fifth number, 9.40 minus 6.80, difference will be 2.60. okay, and 6.80 minus 4.85, difference will be 1.95. and last one, that is 4.85 minus 3.26, difference will be 1.59. in this way you have to solve. And through this chart what you will get conclusion, only one fact is given here. At the 15 degree Celsius, the capacity of 1 cubic meter air is to hold 12.8 gram of moisture. This will be factor. Yes, for better understanding, like as a look in that table. And if this amount of vapor is present in the air is said to be saturated equal 1, and this humidity in the air is expressed in the different ways. We are going to study further, but try to understand. Saturated air is to be saturated. And always remember one fact is given, that also keep in mind. Generally humidity of the air is measured in grams per cubic meter. Yes, humidity of the air is measured in grams per cubic meter. This one fact. Second, when the humidity in the air is 0 gram per cubic meter, the air is said to be dry. 0 humidity, then it is a dry air. And if the humidity in the air at 30 degrees Celsius, temperature is 37, temperature means 30 degrees Celsius temperature and 37 grams per cubic meter, then the air is said to be a saturated one. Saturated equal high temperature means water holding capacity more, low temperature like the less holding capacity, and the equal, that is a saturated. Air is said to be a saturated. Like means facts we have studied here. Try to understand students today what we have studied, like the three pictures at the beginning which are given, which tells us the weather condition, then that is of one Rajasthan, one of Kashmir, and one of means Mumbai place. Then afterwards we understood that means evaporation and the factors effects on the evaporation. Afterwards the humidity in the air also we have studied, that humidity means moisture holding capacity, and saturation of the air also we have studied that. that, and other questions which are asked like the through the activity we have understood here, like the activity if you understand very well, then other facts also will get easily. Okay, and the chart which is given, chart, that the chart try to understand the difference in the capacities. Then already each and everything I have explained, listen carefully and like they get the correct answer one. So students, today we'll stop here, and I'll suggest that you read this topic carefully for the better understanding. Which are the new facts are given in this topic? Try to understand which definitions are given. That is also focus, because further study these all points will help you. So students, today we'll stop here. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family members. Jai Hind.